come to this country in 1849. I saw many fair lovers, but I never saw mine. I viewed it all around me, so I was quite alone. And me, a poor stranger, and a long way from home.
My name is Aisha Ivy, and I'm the director of the Old Time Ensemble. I started the group about 5 years ago, and it's been really fun to see it grow from just an idea to this really big group of people having fun playing music and dancing and singing together. There are lots of instruments. Fiddle and banjo, like I said, being the primary kind of basis of it, but guitar, we have a lot of guitars in the ensemble right now. Mandolin, ukulele, there's even a thing called a banjo uke, which is a really cool little instrument. The auto harp I mentioned, dulcimers. One of the really neat things about it, I think, are the homemade instruments, like the washtub bass or the spoons or washboard. It's kind of like the sounds of our American history, I feel like. It's the melting pot that our country is, and all the different kind of mingling genres and traditional sounds. There's Native American influence, there's Scottish influence, and Irish influence, and African influence, and German, and all kinds of different things kind of coming together to create this really awesome sounding music that's just makes you want to move. It's rhythmically based for the most part, and it's just really hard to not want to dance when you hear it.
Well, my name is Mary Allgeier, and I started out just clogging with the group, and I've since taken up the banjo, so now I'm also playing the banjo. First time I really saw clogging was at the Florida Folk Festival. And that was like 25 years or more ago. And it was Cross Creek Cloggers from Gainesville. And I was like a little kid. I just fell in love with it. It was just like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And came back to Tallahassee and just started talking to people about, I want to do that. I want to, find out more. I want to get that going. And it eventually happened.
The clogging, I think, has a little bit more freedom as far as creativity. The students can kind of do what they want to do a little bit more, do their own moves.
Take this. Go
the string bands a lot because that's another way that the students kind of are more free to do their own thing. They can choose their own piece. They can kind of create their own arrangement. I do offer suggestions and things like that, but it kind of gives everybody a chance to kind of be important on their part, maybe sing some, be featured on their instrument. It's really fun to see what they want to do and what they think is old time, and to kind of help with that, but to have it be their thing, and for them to kind of get a little taste of being in a string band for a little while.
I like performing with the small groups. That's fun. Usually we get to pick our own songs, and sometimes they're real catchy and real, I call it earthy, old-timey, really old-timey stuff. I like that. Well, it's a real learning experience. It really is, and music thrills the soul. It has to. And then it goes into the motor skills, like you can't help but dance. You can't help but move. That's what I like about it.
Do you like music?
Yeah! Yes, we do!
Do you like music?
Yes, we do!
My name is Anne-Marie Abraham, and I'm a fiddler in the Old Time Ensemble. This is actually my first semester. Everyone is so happy to be with each other, and it's not a matter of who can play what and how or better. It's just a matter of let's all get together and make music together.
Old-time music is really focused a lot on community, I think, in a lot of different ways. The class is made up of some music majors, but also some students that are not music majors. It's no audition to get in. They don't have to be able to even really play their instrument very well. You can teach them some basic chords, and then they're ready to go. But we also have some community members that are just doing the class for fun. And some of them work at FSU, some of them don't even have any affiliation with FSU, they just found out about it. And it really just adds a lot to the class to have this intergenerational aspect. I think the students are really excited to see people doing the class that don't have to do the class, that just want to do the class. And the community members love being around the students. It's a really nice relationship that we've built.
I've just learned so much, and it's so nice to be around all the young people from school too, that it's, in that regard, every time I've done it, I've learned more and more and gotten more confident with it too.
Through old-time music and both the ensemble and the community here in Tallahassee, I've gotten to know people I wouldn't have gotten to know otherwise. This music is very accessible. If you just know 3 chords, or you're willing to learn 3 chords on the guitar or the ukulele or the mandolin, go for it. I think while some of it can call for a high level of musicianship, if you want to solo, you can really do that. But it's very accessible music. It's community-oriented music. And look at the people who are in our ensemble. We have Larry Gerber, who loves it, who has sung in countless operas. But in that ensemble, he's just Larry. He's not Professor Gerber. Aisha, who's won how many championships of Scottish fiddling. And there's so much to learn there. So I think you have the opportunity to connect with people. You have the opportunity to be part of a live music community. And you have an opportunity to have fun. And that's what's fun about it. You have fun, you make connections. And some of these tunes are really old. And you're continuing that wonderful tradition.
Old time, old-timey, old time, old time, old time, old time, old time, old time, old time.
You're like, I've got this. I know where the cornbread is.
Hello in there. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.